Hello and good day to members of the panel. My name is Jeslis, Matric Number 100133. Today I will be presenting my final year Project 1 proposal titled Navigating Hierarchy in a Comprehensive University, a comparative discourse analysis of student-lecturer politeness strategies via email and WhatsApp. This study is being conducted under the supervision of Mr. Dexter Sigan. Thank you for your time today, and let's begin by looking at the background of the study. Moving to the introduction, academic discourse has shifted to computer-mediated communication split between formal email and synchronous WhatsApp. Driven by institutional mandates for blended learning, students routinely execute severe digital face-threatening acts. In Malaysia's high-power distance hierarchy, a core tension arises. Students must maintain deference on platforms that strip away physical cues. This establishes the research problem across three dimensions. First, pragmatic failure, where mismatched digital choices lead to accidental disrespect. Second, platform tension, where politeness strategy collapse when moving from formal emails to immediate WhatsApp chats. Finally, the gap. Existing literature heavily biases peninsular research universities, leaving a distinct lack of data on Bonnian comprehensive universities like UNIMAS. For the aim and objectives, the primary goal is to investigate how UNIMAS undergraduates navigate academic hierarchy through digital politeness. The three objectives focuses on, first, comparing the politeness strategy used in emails versus WhatsApp. Second, analyzing how platform features affect those choices. And finally, exploring how institutional power dynamics are linguistically manifested. The research operationalizes three core variables. First, politeness strategies are the written linguistic choices students select to negotiate respect, measured through positive and negative markers. Second, face-threatening acts are the specific academic requests that inherently impose on a lecturer's time or authority. Finally, power distance is the culturally ingrained hierarchical relationship between the student and the lecturer. Moving to the significance of the study, starting with the theoretical impact. This research accomplishes two goals. First, it expands Brown and Levinson's politeness framework by applying it to a historically neglected digital demographic. Second, it closes a major empirical gap in the literature by shifting the academic focus away from Peninsular Research University toward a structurally accurate model of Bonnian demographics at a comprehensive university like UNIMAS. Next, for the practical significance, this study benefits two distinct groups. For lecturers and administrators, it demystifies student communication habits, proving that brief texts are often pragmatic responses to platform architecture rather than inherent disrespect. For undergraduate students, it serves as a specific diagnostic tool to equip future students to confidently navigate institutional power dynamics. Moving to the theoretical foundation, this study connects two core frameworks. First, Brown and Levinson's politeness theory states that every digital academic request is inherently a face-threatening act, requiring positive or negative politeness to safeguard the lecturer's face. Second, Spitzberg's computer-mediated communication model explains that a platform's unique architecture directly dictates messages formulation, where email affords high editability and WhatsApp drives immediate conversational synchronicity. For empirical literature, Study 1 is by Besenbach Lucas in 2007. The aim was to determine if students adjusted directness based on the severity of face-threatening act. Utilizing a qualitative discourse analysis of authentic emails, the results showed that undergraduate students frequently defaulted to direct, bold-on-record requests, revealing a clear deficit in pragmatic competence. Next, Economy del Cogetsidis in 2021 aimed to evaluate student directness in email communications by using a corpus linguistic methodology to analyze over 200 authentic texts. The result revealed that undergraduates heavily relied on direct request strategies. They consistently omitted tentative language, producing emails that faculty found inappropriately abrupt. Moving to WhatsApp, Buchnik and Dishon in 2014 explored the communicative impact of student-teacher messaging groups. Using qualitative interviews with educators, the results found that platform immediacy drastically lowered conversational barriers. Students heavily favored informal language and slang, fundamentally shifting away from traditional academic politeness. Finally, Halil et al. In 2021 examined WhatsApp politeness within a high-power distance culture. Using a descriptive qualitative analysis of text logs, the results revealed that students struggled immensely. They found it incredibly difficult to balance the rapid, casual nature of the application with strict societal expectation to show formal negative politeness. Moving to Chapter 3, this study utilizes a qualitative descriptive design based on comparative discourse analysis to systematically analyze naturally occurring linguistic behaviors. For my corpus, I applied purposive sampling to select 8 UNIMAS undergraduates, measuring in English for global communication. This specific sample size ensures complete data saturation while meeting all criteria, including the active use of both communication mediums. For my primary instrument, I utilize an analytical coding framework adapted from Brown and Levinson's taxonomy. This framework modifies traditional face-to-face concepts into operational descriptors specifically tailored for written digital texts. As summarized in the table, data will be categorized into 4 core strategies: bold on record, positive politeness, negative politeness, or off-record strategies. For the data collection procedures, the study follows a systematic 3-step protocol. First, I brief the participants and obtain documented informed consent to ensure completely ethical data usage. Second, participants export their authentic university emails as PDFs and provide screenshot of their WhatsApp logs containing specific face-threatening acts. Finally, I execute a strict anonymization protocol, redacting all names and metric numbers to ensure absolute privacy before data storage. For data analysis, the process follows 3 key steps. First, I compile all anonymized tags and isolate each specific face-threatening act to serve as the unit of analysis. Second, I code these utterances against the adapted politeness framework, categorizing them into 4 core strategies. Third, I calculate the quantitative frequencies and percentage distribution to identify dominant communication patterns per medium. Moving on, here is a sample analysis from the WhatsApp corpus. The face-threatening act here is a high imposition request for a makeup quiz. Coding the utterance reveals a heavy reliance on negative politeness. The student systematically layers explicit apologies, self-humbling, and a non-coercive out to maintain deference within a casual platform environment.